As the world evolves, businesses must adapt to a fast and ever-changing landscape. And this is why we see digitalization is the way forward. Digitalization opens the doors for innovation, reveals new opportunities, and encourages continual improvement. We value the customer experience. We respect the need to remain flexible in such a diverse world. To that end, we have taken steps to break down barriers and better understand people and cultures from all around the world, to build better connections. Our team of international professionals come from all over the world and give their all as one to take Gloden to the next level of excellence, recognizing the need to offer versatile digital solutions. We at Gloden have developed customized solutions to cater to the needs of a diverse customer segment, paving the way for a sustainable future has always been a priority for us at Gloden. By remaining aware of real-world market conditions, Gloden has consistently introduced a variety of new and innovative solutions that bring genuine value to the world. This culture of continuous improvement and passion for digitalization has allowed us to deliver progressive and personalized solutions to our stakeholders. And as we move into a new and more challenging future, we look forward to serving you every step of the way. Gloden, building beyond boundaries.
Hello, Steven.
Yes.
It looks like my connection is not good enough. I will change the computer quickly. I start to share my screen. All right, give me 1 minute. So everyone can see my screen, right?
Yes.
Okay. Uh, good morning, everyone. First of all, welcome all of you to our webinar. Really sorry for some technical issue with the internet connection. Today we have around 400 audience to join our webinar. So welcome all of you. So today it is a routine. In fact, today it's a routine, event for Golden Cubicost launch event. So today we will take around less than 2 hours to go through these topics, mainly focus on 5D beam, how 5D beam can creating cost certainty and better buildings for all of us. So this is a general agenda. First of all, we will take around, first one is my part. So this is Frank. So I will take around 15 minutes to give us some insight from BIM to digital buildings. And then after that will be Mr. K. Jagdish. So he's the founder and managing director from Oro Global India. So he will give us the insight of the BIM trend in India. And then after this part, it will be Golden team will show us how Cubicost 5D beam can empower our team from tender stage to the construction stage. And then after that will be the exciting part. Because for this event, we organize a pre-activity. That is the basic 5D beam contest. And up to now, there are more than 300 participants on that contest. And we receive a lot of feedbacks. So based on this contest, we will select the winners. So I wish you will be one of them for the winners. And after this part, we will go through a little bit on Cubicost highlights. Because based on our rules, every year we will have big updates on Cubicost. So this year, for 2023, what kind of technology Cubicost bring to us? Let's have a check. And then it will be the keynote speaker, Mr. Delina, the executive director from Task International, will show us his experience on the usage of Cubicost. So he is a Cubicost user for more than 5 years for a lot of landmark buildings from Sri Lanka to Middle East. So the last part will be the BIM certification and service. Of course, the last part will be the question and answers. So I wish today you can enjoy and relax in our webinar. and we can have brainstorming together. So now, go to my part. So my part is from BIM to digital building. First of all, is BIM. It is a really hot topic for construction industries for many years. However, still today, there is no universally accepted definition for the BIM. So different persons have different understanding of the BIM. In fact, in our pre-activity, in the basic 5 BIM knowledge, we have one open question for the digital building. The reply also quite different. So the reasons in my mind why happen like this. The first one is the BIM technology is changing day by day for so many years. So we don't know where it is the future. And secondly is our understanding and adoption for the BIM also enhanced day by day. So that is caused the scenario today. So I choose a universal accept definition for the BIM. So building information modeling is a set of technologies, processes, and policies enabling multiple stakeholders to collaboratively design, construct, and cooperate on a facility in virtual space. So from definition, you can see that it didn't mention the software. It is more relevant to technology, process, people, and policy. So you can see it is not just like simple like buy software, use software, that is BIM. It is not like this. Not like this. And also, from our understanding, abbreviation of the BIM, also you can see some changes. So at the beginning, we think, okay, BIM is building information modeling. But after a few years, some people say BIM should be the building information management, focus more on the management. And to this, some people will say, okay, BIM should be the better information management. You can see the attention, the focus change from the modeling to the data. Because the modeling without data, there's no value. So technology should serve the people, not slave the people. Should serve the people, not slave the people. So from this page, in fact, I want to ask is what kind of working scenario that we want? What kind of working scenario that we want? For example, the first one, I think it should be the high precision data, which we want. The first thing that we want is high precision data. No matter from the tender stage or from the project site. So at the project site, every person, every equipment, every material, every activity should be generated data, should be monitored in real time, and the data could be uploaded, and it is high precision data. And the high precision data can support our efficient decision making. So the project manager and the project team can grasp, the situation at real time. No need just to wait for the report, because the data is just there. It is real time. So finally, efficient decision making, the data can support our high speed operations. So no matter for our tender or for our project management. So under this PDCA cycle, so high precision, we can recycle this high speed operation. In fact, this is what we want. This is what we want for our project site or for our tender stage. Then how to achieve that? How to achieve this ideal situation? How to empower our construction industries. We know that our industry is quite lag behind in technology. So Golden believe that. So Golden believe digital building is the engine for the digital transformation. So we believe that. So you can see from this chart, you can find that the digital building involves the whole life cycle, all factors, all stakeholders. So we make the digital information online and connected, and leveraging all the technologies together, to achieve the multiple parties, and working together to achieve the success projects. So you can see that the digital building, it is based on the digital twins idea, or digital twins. And the digital building is also a conception, a strategy, a new platform. So maybe you think it's not easy to understand. So you just think that. Do you want your house quality? It is same or similar quality like iPhone. So we upgrade the quality. So we achieve the lean management of the projects to reduce the risk to the minimum, reduce errors to the minimum, and to achieve the highest the quality. So this is what we want. And based on our belief on the digital buildings, Golden developed a lot of digital solutions for our industries. Golden is more than 25 years in the industry. So you can see the left part, we have the housing BIM integration platform. So Cubicost is one small digital tools here. And we also have the enterprise level and mixed with the project level management integration platform solutions. And also we have solutions for the infra business. And together we also have the same plus BIM integration platform. So same, that means city information modeling and BIM together. So not only buildings, from the building to the park, from the park upgrade to the city. So this is our different platform and solutions. And how Cubicost, empower our own products, our own solutions. First of all, we have a lot of key technologies. We have more than 90 patents on the BIM technologies. And secondly is we have our own PaaS, platform as a service, to empower our solutions. So up now, in the more than 20 years, we served more than 6 billion projects globally. So you can see a lot of landmark buildings using adopted Cubicost solutions. You can see the first one, it is Beijing Daxing International Airport. And then we go to another idea, so the digital transformation. So it has really become a new normal, no matter for the big company or for a small company. So every person, especially the IT managers, they mention about the digital transformation. But how to do the upgrade to the digital transformation? In fact, in our mind, is the journey really has a lot of tracks. Maybe we spend a lot of money, but we didn't achieve the result that we want. So Golden believe systematic, we believe the systematic digitalization, it is the optical solution for our enterprise. How to achieve that? From the point to the line, from the line to the service, from the surface to the body. So step by step, use a solid foundation. For example, the point that meaning the digitalization at the job level. Because the job level, the staff, normal staff, it is the source of the data. For example, our designers, our quality service, so our product team, our different teams. So the normal staff, the job level is the source of data. After the point have the data, have digital tools, then we go to the line. That meaning, the business unit. So each business could be, achieve the lean management. For example, the cost management vertical line, the production vertical line, the safety, the quality, the material management, labor management. It is the vertical lines. So many vertical lines will be form a surface. That meaning, we upgrade to the project level or subsidiary level or the group level. So it will be multiple level application scenarios. So after we upgrade this, finally, what we want to achieve? Finally, we want to achieve is the body. That means the overall operations of the whole group, the whole enterprise, So it will be all in one solution. There will be a lot of data. So we can do the big data analysis. We can use the AI. So that will be the final goal that we want to achieve. And during your journey, during your digital transformation journey, so Golden could be the partner for you. So we focus on the digital solutions for many years, and our solutions covering the entire life cycle of the buildings. So Gloden, based on the revenue, we are the top 4 AEC software provider in the world, and we served more than 360,000 enterprises, and we served more than 6 billion projects. And for our digital tools, we have more than 10 million end users globally. And also Gloden, we are also technology innovator and also the technology practitioner. You know, we have 6 R&D centers globally. We also have five innovation centers. And not only that, we also applied our solutions in our own projects. We can see from 2009 to 2012, we constructed our own office buildings, and all the office buildings we totally, from the design, from the BIM to the maintenance, totally under the BIM tools, and totally under the digital building platform. So that's why our buildings, for example, we take the energy saving, for example. So our buildings, we can save 1/3, at least the 1/3 of energy compared with other buildings. So this is the benefit of the application of the technologies. Today, our main focus, today the webinar, our main topic will be focused on 5D BIM, Cubicost. So how Cubicost can empower our team from the tender to the construction stage. So later, Gloden team will show us, go to some detail, go to some project testimony for us, so we can understand better. So that's all for my part. Now I welcome Mr. KKG to show us his insight of the BIM policy, BIM trend in India. Okay, KKG.
Yeah, hello, Frank. I think KKG maybe have something need to do, so maybe I'll take this part. Next part.
Yeah, connection not good. Now you will go ahead first. Later, I will invite KKG to show us.
Okay, sure.
Go ahead.
Okay. Okay, so good morning, everyone. Thanks for Frank's sharing, and I believe that you must have a basic understanding of BIM after Frank's sharing, and then our team will share with all of you the 5D BIM cost solution, Cubicost, and including me, Declan, and Mr. J and Miss Jamie. Good morning, Jay and Jamie. Are you ready to share?
Hi, Declan. Good morning, everyone.
Good morning. Okay, so I think let's start our sharing. So for our introduction, the content we share is divided into 3 parts. The first part gave an in-depth understanding and the concept of 5D BIM and its application in particular work. The second part is the specific content of Cubicost 5D cost solution. And the third part is a highlight update for our Cubicost solution in 2023. Please look forward to it. So as Frank mentioned before, 5D BIM is not only making 3D model, but also involves the process of cost and estimation. For instance, as a cost manager, you can use 3D model to manage and control project cost through 5D BIM working mode. This is the real effect that 5D BIM needs to achieve. It emphasizes more on a mode of teamwork, improving work efficiency and work accuracy. So when you use the 5D BIM working mode, it will bring you great convenience and efficient. For example, data collaboration, it can avoid many errors and omissions. And also team collaboration, it can make sure that the consistency of information and do the adjustments quickly for the project change. And also the data center management, it can ensure the security of information and data. And also we have embedded measurement rules for accurate quantity takeoff. And the last one will be the smart reporting, and the Excel mode report can also be customized according to our needs. So traditionally, there are too many joins for quantity surveyor to do the calculation. On average, almost 2,000 sheets and 1,000 changes. So it will take a lot of time and effort to calculate and modify. So when we look back to the design software, it transferred from traditional method to 2D based software and then to the current 3D modeling stage. But for the quantity surveying software, there is no software before that can do 3D model calculation. So Cubicost has truly achieved the transformation from 2D calculation to 3D calculation and solved the pain points of slow manual calculations, many errors, and difficult modification, just like the smartphone we use today, faster, smarter, and similar. So the next part will be the introduction of our Cubicost BIM solution. So Cubicost is the 5D BIM digital cost estimation solution, which includes TS, quantity takeoff for architecture and structure, TRB is meaning for rebar quantity takeoff, TBQ is for digital cost estimation and management. With the tender stage, we can do the tender evaluation analysis, and TME is mainly for the quantity takeoff for mechanical and electronical. And currently, Cubicost is the Asia's #1 trust 5 BIM digital cost estimation solution. And our goal is to promote the global construction industry. So from the point of view of the entire building life cycle, Cubicost software can involve in the entire building life cycle, including pretender stage, and construction stage. In the pretender stage, Cubicost can do the quantity takeoff quickly through 3D modeling and BQ preparation is carried out according to the calculation results. After that, the tender system can easily conduct tender evaluation analysis. And in the construction stage, the contractor can use the previously 3D model to modify or use it for construction guidance. It can also be used for material order, progress claim, variation order. And so how does Cubicost solution achieve rapid modeling, one-click export of quantities result, and collaborative work? So as you can see in this picture, this is the workflow of Cubicost solutions, which is very simple. Through creating a 3D model from architecture and structure, rebar and MEP, combine the independent calculation rules of each region, and finally automatically generate the quantity report. After that, we can combine the TBQ to perform price calculation and comparison, and then upload to a tender stage to do the tender evaluation analysis. So about the independent measurement rules, we did a lot of work for this. The Cubicost enters a lot of calculation rules of different countries and regions, such as SM7 in UK, NZSM in New Zealand, or CP97 in Singapore, which can not only make the calculation very accurate, but also can be customized according to the requirements of different companies, avoiding the disputes and improving the efficiency of collaborative work. So then let's take a look at what kind of changes each Cubicost software can bring to our actual work. First, TAS is the 5D BIM solution for architecture and structure. And for TAS, we support importing 2D joints and PDF joints, or even Revit model and IFC model in our software. In TAS, we can identify the CD joints and PDF joints with embedded measurement rules such as SMM, NRM2, POMI, or even or ISO 1200. After that, we can make a 3D model and generate the quantity report by just only one click. So from this video, we can see after we import the 2D joints in TAS, we can identify and then quickly make a 3D model. And also when we import the 3D models from the Revit, and we support the Revit 2023, and also IFC import for seamless BIM workflow. And it's also very easy to provide finishes in TS software. With only one click, we can collect the floor finishes, walls, ceilings, baseboards, waterproofing materials of a room at the same time. The calculation results obtained from the TAS are also detailed to prevent omissions or over calculations. After TAS completes the architecture and structure models, it is necessary to carry out the allocation and calculation of repairs. So next, TRB is the 5D BIM solution mainly for repair quantity takeoff. And also in TRB, we support importing 2D joints and PDF joints, and also the 3D BIM model from TS that we previously made. And with the embedded measurement rules, such as American Concrete Institute, British Standard, we can quickly identify the joints and make the 3D model, and finally generate the quantity report. And in our TRB, it has built-in standardized rules and can perform automatic detailing according to the applicable rules. And can also adjust wide, less, cuneiform quantity according to other standards to obtain a complete repair results. So after build the repair model, let's move on to the third solution, TME. So TME is a 5D BIM solution for MEP professionals. In TME, it has 4 built-in trays which can calculate ACMD, pipeline, electronical, and fire protection. And TME also has the ability to quickly convert 2D images into full 5D models with volume, whether they are AutoCAD or PDF. By importing AutoCAD or PDF, the components information in the drawings can be quickly identified and the model can be automatically generated. And for the ACMB trace, it can quickly identify the dots or pipes, and also connect such pipes or dots to the components such as fans or diffusers. And it is also freely to avoid the collisions by adjusting elevation of dots. And finally, easily calculate the installation. For the electronical trays, it can also quickly identify the panels by just click the CD joints, the sideline in the CD joints. And after that, you can just identify it. And in TME, it can help you to identify all the panels in the same layer automatically. And after that, it can easily connect the devices through the trace and get the quantity based on the cable routes. And for the plumbing trace, and it easily identify the pipes and their dimensions from 2D joints, resulting in a 5D model with the correct volume. The calculation volume also includes the volume of sprinklers or other sanitary items. And after that, in TME, we have flexible and detailed report, include adjust report to match with BOQ or get units less area. And also we have the function can help us to easy to check the results called reversely check. So this function, you can quickly locate the different elements in your 3D model and check the model information and modify it by yourself. It can enhance the classification process. So through the above introduction, we have learned about 3 different solutions of Cubicost: architecture and structure, rebar, and MEP. When using Cubicost for projects, we can also achieve data traceability, better data storage, no paper required, linked information, avoid inconsistency and omission. So how to do the BQ preparation in the pretender stage and tender stage after we have built the model and output the quantity report. Then I will hand over to my colleague Jay to share the details of TPQ. Hello, Jay.
Hi, Declan. Hello, everyone. Good morning. All right, thank you very much. Let me just share my screen. Can you see my screen now?
Yes.
And you can hear me well, right?
Yes. Good.
Okay, alright. So, once again, Declan, thank you for showing everybody the functionalities of Cubicost software such as TAS, TRB, and TME during the pre-tender or the pre-contract stage of projects. So, in my presentation, I'm going to talk about how TBQ, Tender Series for Bill of Quantities, is a driving collaborative 5D BIM costing platform as it integrates with other Cubicost software. I'm also going to talk about the e-tender function, which accelerates the tendering and evaluation scenarios during the tendering stage. As can be seen in this slide, the 3 software have already been discussed by Declan: the TAS, TRB, and TME, and these are all part of 5DBIM quantity takeoff platform. But before I proceed with another platform, another software, which is TBQ, I just want to confirm, or I just want to check if all of you totally understood the previous presentation about the 3 software. Okay, so may I ask, what does TAS stands for? So please key in your answers in the chat box. Again, what does TAS, this one, the green one, stands for? Anyone? Oh, yeah. So there is one answer. Yeah, that's correct. TAS stands for Takeoff for Architecture and Structure. Okay, so how about TRB? What does TRB stands for? Yeah, rebar. TRB stands for Takeoff for Rebar. Okay, last one. How about TME? What does TME stands for? Alright, thank you for answering my questions. No? So, TME stands for Take Off for Mechanical and Electrical. I see the participants are very active. So, thank you very much for answering my questions. So, I already see that everybody knows the differences about these three software. And for this part on, I will be discussing how to integrate the quantity and the cost that we got from these three take-off software to another Cubicost software which is focused on costing, which is called Tender Series for Bill of Quantity. This one, the orange one. Okay, so as can be seen in the navigation page, I'm still discussing the functionalities of Cubicost during the pre-contract stage. The first one, quantity takeoff, has been discussed by Declan, and on the next part, from BQ preparation up to tender evaluation and analysis, I will be discussing how the TBQ software can help the QS, how the TBQ software can help you in your QS works. Okay. So now let's dive into my main topic. Let's talk about the TBQ software, a 5D BIM costing platform which can be used by multidisciplinary teams to efficiently share and integrate cost-related data throughout the project lifecycle. So let's go to the first key feature of the software. It has server-based, centralized, and secure data and information management for enterprise. This feature is very important because one of the pain points of the QS faces frequently are with regards to data organization and security. So, first scenario, data are not easily accessible as they are scattered in different file folders. In some scenario, there is lack of strict standard operating procedure to manage user control, access rights for everyone in the organization, and this results to compromise confidentiality and security of project information. Now, in TBQ, we included different features to address these pain points. In TBQ, it can automatically combine, organize, and accumulate data in unified server. Also, the client can flexibly configure the user list and access, and apart from that, to better secure the information and data, there is an additional tier of access permission at every project level. Okay, so let's now go to the next feature. Of course, the first or main thing to do in creating bill of quantity is to get BQ template from different sources. Sometimes, the BQ template is not standardized, and sometimes we are dealing with lots of BQ templates. And being a QS, it is such a tedious thing to compile everything. Well, for the main feature of TBQ is that bill of quantity templates or cost estimate templates can be easily derived from various sources, such as historical projects or standard templates from library. Or if you don't have available template yet, we can even import from Excel file or PDF file. And once we import it to TBQ, it will be standardized. So it helps the user to use data very easily and very efficiently. So on the next pages, I will be showing how we can get the data from different sources. Okay, for the first one, we have identify Excel. So in the software, we can just directly import the Excel file and then just adjust the heading of the column of Excel file, and then the software will automatically pick up all those information and import it to BQ software. Next one, you have get data from other projects. So if you have multiple projects created previously using the TBQ software, you can use this function, get data from other projects, in order for you to have a standardized template that you can use on the ongoing projects or the future projects. Last one, you have get data from BQ library. So if you have already standard template, you can import that into our BQ library. So different different team members can also get that template into the BQ library, and they can use that as well in their ongoing projects. And last one, if you receive PDF file, because this is one of the struggle of the QS. Once they receive a PDF file, they have to convert it into Excel file. But luckily, in the software, we can just directly import the PDF file, and then the software will automatically pick up all the information and import that into the TBQ software. Alright, so another feature of the software, as has been mentioned many times a while ago, is its interoperability with other Cubicost software such as TAS and TRB. In this feature, there is a quantity live linking with TAS and TRB 5D BIM cost model. Apart from that, the users can visualize quantity checking in 3-dimensional view. Now here is the video, so we can see that this is the quantity derived from TAS, supposing that we are already done creating the project in TAS. So once we create a report, we can just directly drag the quantity into the TBQ software. And once the quantity has been linked, we can check the quantity details. And at the bottom part, the users can check who linked the quantity, what time it was linked, other information such as what project it comes from, and other information on the linked quantity. The software is very detailed and transparent in giving this information with the user. Okay? So, in the next slide, there is also a function to generate comprehensive cost analysis and reports by using the interactive price trend charts. This feature helps users to generate insightful analysis at their fingertips. So, now let's talk about the new major feature of the software, which is called benchmark. So one of the biggest update of TBQ software is called the benchmark function. This function enhances the decision making with fast and flexible benchmark calculation and multidimensional and visualized results. So common challenges when doing benchmark is that the data gathered are unreliable. The quantity surveyor needs to rely on human experiences when there's a need to review tender pricing but without supportive solid data. Another pain point is that there is a struggle for choosing the most reasonable price per tender when pricing. So in the newest version of TBQ, these pain points can be easily addressed because of the fast cost benchmark calculation at each stage of the project with just a few settings. And lastly, for visualization, users can generate multi-dimensional display of the benchmark results, which can also support export of the result into Excel. Okay, so in the next slide, I will show a video on how benchmark can be done. This can be done in the software. So after cost estimate is finalized, just go to benchmark module at the bottom, click start, and then just input the project information or set the project attributes, such as the tender date, the GFA, location, foundation and structure, and etc. So now you can add row for the different key areas. You can also delete. If you have available template, you can just use that in this benchmark. So just click my template and choose the template that you want to incorporate in our project. So after we import the template, just key in the key area value or the GFA. Then if the template is not enough, you can actually add row. Just you can manually edit it. Edit the key area, edit the key area value, and of course, we have to set and allocate the scope of work to key area. So we have to set it one by one so that we can have a proper benchmark comparison. Okay, so once you're with this, you can just click OK, or you can set this as template to use in the future project as well. So let's just rename this as type A, for example. Just click OK, and if I go to my template, you can see now that we have this template here that we have created a while ago. Right, so just click next, and then just click finish, and then the software will provide you with this kind of report. So here in the benchmark report, you can see the total amount of the project GFA, the cost per meter squared by project GFA. Also, we have the cost per key area value. This is the key area value, and these are the costs. We have the key area amount in percentage, and at the bottom, you can see the different key areas with the markup amounts, with the cost for GFA, and also the total percentage. So that is the benchmark function. So for the next part, let us discuss about the e-tender function. Another collaborative feature of the TBQ software is the e-tender function, which speeds up the tendering and evaluation process. So how it is being done? The e-tender function of Cubicost TBQ is a feature that allows users to generate and submit electronic tenders through the software. This function streamlines the tendering process by eliminating the need for manual preparation and submission of physical documents. Okay, so once the consultant is already done with the BOQ, they can now click Generate Tender Doc, and then they can set the password for information security, and then issue this password-protected BQD file for tenderers or for contractors. So once the contractor has already received the BQD file, they can import and open the BQD file in TBQ or the e-tender website. The contractor will now key in the prices given in the BOQ given by the consultant, and once they are done with filling in the prices, the data will sync directly to the consultant's side. This feature is paperless and errorless. So some of the features included are: it is already auto-calculated, auto-added, it is password protected, it can also auto-detect and show revised item, it can also be exported as price, BQ, and PDF. This automated documentation flow reduces over 80% of tedious data entry and compilation, making it easier to process hundreds, even thousands of tenders. So some of the comprehensive evaluation features of the TBQ are as follows. First one, we have the major rate analysis. It can auto-aggregate major rates according to respective trade codes for the entire project. It will generate an overview of the tenders rates for major quantity items side by side. Next one, we have the highest or lowest indicator. It automatically compare all the tenders items prices, showing the highest and lowest indicator next to each price. As you can see, you have there is arrow down and arrow up. Arrow down means it is the lowest price, and the red one, arrow up, is the highest price submitted by the tenderers. We also have mark inconsistent prices. So it detects and mark inconsistent prices in all the tenderers' prices. Compare with benchmark. It will calculate and display difference with benchmark in terms of amount and percentage. We also have multiple evaluation rounds. User can create multiple rounds to evaluate tenderers, revised BOQ in any tender version. And lastly, we have flexible comparison. It allows consultant to add custom comparison in any tender version. Alright, so that's about my part. I already discussed and mentioned how the three 5D BIM quantity takeoff, TAS, TRB, and TME can be integrated and collaborated with the 5D BIM costing platform software, which is TBQ. So please remember, TBQ stands for Tender Series for Bill of Quantities. Again, to sum up all the details that we have discussed, both Mr. Declan and I explained how the Cubicost software can help you in pre-contract stage or during the tendering stage of the project. We showed the takeoff process and how to generate costs and integrate all of this data information into the costing platform. So by the way, just to inform you all, these are just the basic functions of the software, and there are many more values that the software can offer. Okay, so I hope you understood and learned a lot about my discussion and Mr. Declan's discussion. And on the next part, I know this is one of the most awaited part of this event, because I will now be announcing the 5D BIM Knowledge Contest winners. So out of 300 plus who submitted their responses, we sorted out not only one, not only two, but 12 winners based on your answers in the questionnaire. And the winners are, drum rolls please. Alright. So please check your names on the screen. Congratulations to all the winners. All of you will receive 6 months of free TAS Pro license. The licenses and online training program will be sent to your emails after the webinar. So congratulations once again, and on to the next part, may I call on Miss Jamie, a BIM Bloodon expert, to discuss how the Cubicost software can be utilized during the post-contract stage of project. May I request for Miss Jamie's presence, please?
Jade, thanks, Jade. Yeah. J-Mark.
Sorry, Frank?
Yeah. Thank you for your part. Before Jimmy go to the 2023, the highlights, because just now at the beginning we missed the Mr. KKG.
Okay. All right, for sure.
Mr. KKG to join us to share his insight about the BIM trend, BIM policy. Here. Hello, KKG.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear it clearly.
Okay. Thank you, Mr. Jadmark, and thank you, Mr. Declan, and thank you, Frank. It was wonderful to hear the excellent knowledge sharing. Thank you very much on behalf of all the viewers and all of us here. Now, my name is KK Jagdish, and now I think you can see me. My name is KK Jagdish. I'm the Managing Director and of Aura Global India, an engineering company in Chennai, based in India, capital city of Tamil Nadu. So today I'm going to just give my thoughts about the development of BIM technology in India. But before we do that, I would like to share a small personal knowledge about the origin of BIM. Now, ladies and gentlemen, when we think of Eastman, all of us will think a technical color and very colorful rainbow and things like that. But here, for the engineering fraternity, Mr. Eastman is well known in the architecture, engineering, and construction industry and he is one of the originators of CAD, computer-aided design technology, and he is also originator of BIM, Building Information Modeling. So he is referred as father of BIM, and because he wrote the BIM handbook. So we'll start with by saying thanks to him for this technology which he has given to the globe. BIM is not only just making a 3D models in each division independently. BIM is a process in which each divisions need to contribute in single platform. Well, normally for the technically for engineer, it is building information modeling. But for business owners and for contractors, BIM is business intelligent model. If anybody who is doing the construction business, if they want intelligence, then this is the best business intelligent model I would like to repredict like that. And what is this very important thing about BIM is, according to us, according to the Indian scenario, earlier in India, we used to practice the individual specialist lines. That means each discipline used to do their own drawings, their own model. There was no interaction between different departments. So they didn't know what we do, what others do. If we were working like, if you can say, horse, horse blinders, it'll just go like this. You can see only the front. You don't know what is here. You don't know what is here. So BIM technology, Mr. Eastman came and he removed this from the face of the technology, engineering industry, so that everybody has 360-degree view of it. They not only know what they do, they also know about what others doing, what everyone doing in this project. So what is the advantages of BIM, this intelligent model? There is a clarity, there is a reduced cost, there is a collaboration and communication, there is a clash detection, sequencing and scheduling, project management, the best improved quality, and the post-construction management and sustainability. See, why BIM is so important? In our health, everybody says, care is better than the cure. It's not good to get cured, but it is better to take care of yourself so that you don't get into a health issue. Same way, BIM is care is better than cure. After doing a lot of mistakes, after wasting time, after wasting the labor, after wasting the material on site, it is better you do everything before you put the shovel in the ground for the first time. All the stakeholders of each division can get better understanding of the entire process and can get the risk in advance and can impose the mitigation on advance so that orders will be alerted at the right time. The key words which needs to be emphasized in BIM is two things: clear, clarity. The second thing, the information, the heap of information, collaboration. BIM is all about sharing, caring, and managing information, and a single BIM model contains heaps of data. BIM is slowly becoming a crucial and even mandated process all around the globe for various stakeholders involved in a BIM project, with the objective of insisting the construction and infrastructure work management. In BIM, as we discussed, as everybody, as J. Mark and Decant and everybody said, it has got lot of advantages in reducing the cost. BIM can be used for model-based cost estimation or 5D BIM, which he very nicely explained just now. This allows all the relevant professionals to envision the cost of the ongoing and future activities to give the estimates for the overall project's expenditure. It enables the stakeholders, including architects and owners, to have an accurate and transparent budget information to advance the work. Improved collaboration and understanding. BIM coordination and collaboration process has been various stakeholders involved in BIM project with the objective of doing the construction, infrastructure, work management. Then second, the third aspect is better clash detection. You know, when individuals are working, specialists are working on their own, they have got their own drawings, their own model, they don't know what this space is being used. But then on the site, when they work, then there is a clash. So here, it is possible to detect internal and external clashes before the first shovel hits the ground. Automated clash detection reduces or altogether eliminates the need for future network, last-minute changes, and unforeseen MEP issues. Then improved sequencing and scheduling. With the help of BIM, design and documentation can be done simultaneously. With this, documentation can be changed quickly and easily to respond to new information or changed site conditions. This also increases the quality. BIM tools and cloud technology allow the designers, architects, and engineers and builders to collaborate closely through all the stages of the project. That allows for much tighter control over design execution and technical decision making during the construction phase. Improved post-construction management. It's not only during the construction, it's not only during the project, but even after the project is completed, this is very, very helpful. The benefits of BIM carry on even after the building has been constructed. Once the building is completed, the next version of the model allows for informing facilities management, decision making, and systems, allowing the prevention of maintenance and repair. Finally, the sustainability. BIM allows us to predict how much energy the building will spend and consume in a given time, thereby allowing us to make sure it meets a required environmental standards. So in India, there are two sessions like pre-corona and post-corona. Reasons for pre-corona, it was a very slow development. People were rejecting it because BIM technology involves high cost in doing the digital transformation of the industry. Then there's a lack of BIM qualified professionals. See, in India, we have universities, we have colleges where they can make you a civil engineer, electrical engineer, mechanical engineer, but there was no particular BIM course. There was no a university course which calls like a civil engineer, a BIM engineer. So now only slowly that is getting introduced. So there is a lack of BIM qualified professionals. It was only poaching was only possible at that time. But now the universities in India are also introducing the BIM in a nicer way. Then the cost of the BIM software. Without naming any name of the software, all of us know that the cost of BIM software is pretty costly. So people were shy in investing that high for the software. Then the lack of trust in implementing the new software application, because for all these years, we have followed something and that has been successful, that has given us a considerable profit. Why to change? And the senior people are experts in following the older system. They are not knowing the new system. So they are afraid to give the control of this project to the younger people who knows about this BIM technology. So that shyness and the scare was there. Global success with the BIM was going very fast. Studies show that the BIM projects see productivity increases in the range of 80 to 90%. Looking at these massive benefits of using BIM, like cost reduction, increased productivity, clash detection, etc., countries are increasingly adopting BIM. See, if you have a look at the world scenario, UK stands first. UK is one of the leading BIM implementing countries in the world. The government has mandated a minimum of level 2 collaborative BIM for all the projects. Then the Singapore, Europe, Netherlands, China, Hong Kong, Australia, South America, and then finally in India. India is seeing growth in BIM. India has a huge market in BIM outsourcing, and BIM sector in India is growing to go wonderful. Previously, before Corona, in BIM aspects in India, like architects, structural engineers, MEP engineers, they used to make their own drawings, their own model, but it was not collaborated. This BIM technology has introduced this collaboration here. Construction industry in India is still facing difficulty in achieving error-free and cost-effective construction due to lack of proper communication among different services and different specialities. The journey of BIM implementation in India went, it's a very interesting growth. It has just gone upward. When the BIM was introduced in the beginning in India, they said, no, we are not interested. This is not good for us, because the advantages were shown only on the screen of a laptop giving a demo. These advantages was not felt by the banks, where the contractors saved money, where the business owners made money. That was the reason why in India they were shying away, because they were thinking people can say anything, you will show in a demo, but when we go to the real project, whether this will work or not, we don't know. So they were not taking a risk. Okay. So this journey of BIM implementation in India, it started from we are not interested. Then when BIM was introduced, thanks to Glodon for that, for motivating and helping the global engineering fraternity to take over like this, the Indians started feeling it's a nice tool to have. They started accepting mentally, but still they were not ready to implement. Then when they saw the success in the neighboring countries like Singapore, United Kingdom, UK, London, and everywhere, they started telling, we must have this technology. And to exploring BIM for a greater possibilities. So then what happens? BIM has made a foray into the Indian construction industry towards the end of the first decade in this millennium. The initial interest in BIM in India grew from a need for an interactive tool which stimulates the complexities of the project closely, assembles all information at one place, and intercross and shares links and data. In the beginning, however, there was a lot of resistance to the adaptation of BIM, as I explained to you earlier, due to the unwillingness to change the traditional practices, because the project managers were the bosses, the decision makers were the bosses, and they were familiar only with the old practice. They were not with the adopted to the BIM. BIM is only for the younger people of age of Jaylan and Declan like that, and Frank like that. So in India, what exactly is the scene of BIM currently is, for the next 5 or 7 years, people will be looking for BIM as the best tool to have. Around, in 2015, project stakeholders begin to see BIM as a must-have tool, as I told you. In 2021, there was a newfound interest in the around. So if you actually ask me, only 2 years ago, 2021, the BIM has been taken into a very great interest in the Indian construction industry. Advanced applications of BIM, such as integration, ERP, all these things. In 2023, the conversations have moved towards an advanced application of BIM, and there is a long way to go for a complete dissolution of resistance is concerned. See, this is a very important aspect I'm going to share with you now. India is highly population density. We are large people density-wise, the number-wise. This population will demand more infrastructure, more educational spaces, more hospitals, more social housing, because young people are educated, they're getting jobs, they're falling in love, they get married, they have children. Where is the space? So in India, we need all these things very, very urgently. As stated by the BIM Academy in 2018 economic survey, they have said, they have predicted by India by 2040, India will require by 2040 a high investment of around $4.5 trillion for developing infrastructure and thereby reaching its expected economic growth. This means that without BIM, without the software which Glodon has created, without TRB, without TAS, without TME, without G Suite, where the BIM technology is adopted and utilized, India won't be able to fulfill its ambitious goals. In the next few years, BIM will be a multi-billion-dollar business in India. Please make a note of it. In India, BIM will be a multi-billion-dollar business very soon. The ability to adopt this new technology will soon become the bread, butter, jam, omelette, cheese, everything. But for the people who are innovative architects ready to embrace the future like BIM. So finally, BIM is a game changer, not only in India, but all over the world. All over the world. It's a same language. What ABC 1, 2, 3 is same everywhere, BIM is like ABC. BIM is like 1, 2, 3. 2 plus 2 is 4 in India and everywhere in the same way. BIM is a game changer of the field of architecture and construction. The future of BIM has much more than what is being offered right now. With cutting edge technology and newer invention, BIM is all set to make its way into the design industry and improve the construction process. Finally, just one thing I would like to say, it's a challenge to plan your work ahead and act according to the schedule, which will give you a definite success. Though the process looks like taking time, but the benefit from BIM is enormous and 100% sure from the financial part of the developers and the contractors. Gentlemen, thank you very much. It was nice knowing all of you here, and thanks to Frank of Glodon for giving us Aura Global India this opportunity. Thank you.
Thanks, Mr. KKG. Thanks for sharing. In fact, I spent a lot of time before in India. I also missed the Indian food. India is really a huge emerging market and upgrading day by day. So thanks so much. Now, Jimmy.
Yes.
It's your turn now.
Okay. Okay, everyone can see my screen, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, sure. So, thank you, Mr. KKJ, the Partner and Managing Director from Aura Global India, for sharing the insights information about BIM policy in India and the BIM advantage to us. It's have a lot of advantage by using BIM, and let's see the future of BIM together. Thank you, Mr. KKJ again. So, for the next part, we will talking about like the new feature, like a new update in 2023 of the Cubicost software. For the next part, we will go through some feature functions on Cubicost software that can help us in the progress scheme and version order stage. Almost 20 years that we keep developing our software to be better and better, and after this is all the new update in 2023. In this slide, we will talking about some pain point in the post-contract stage. For example, we might be met some duplicated claim demarcation between subcontractor A and subcontractor B, have an unclear demarcation, and also too colorful of it when we look at the 2D drawing, right? So, every month, the work and information from site would be collected and summarized into this kind of drawing with the demarcation. Then it requires a lot of calculation and formula, no matter if you do the math by yourself or with Excel. The work is time-consuming, and the quality are not as accurate as what you can get from the BIM software solution like Cubicost. Besides, all the information and material of every monthly claim, for example, demarcation drawing, quantity, are all scattered and not integrated for the management. You would need to organize them you need to organize them well for better document management. As you see, there are simply too many pain points that we might meet in the progress scheme. So let's see how it works in Cubicost Task 4 new function. This concludes all the above issues that I mentioned previously. To do a well coordination, track record, and smoothly communication. In the segmentation function, it allows us to set the modify the construction zone as we want. Very flexible and not complicated. We can see to any zone so clear without any concern. So let's move to how to work in the Cubicost TISC. This is the video. As you can see, the segmentation is the new element type. For the first step is to create the segmentation in the element list. Then set the calculation scope to determine what are those elements you want to calculate. As for the claim, now we can start to draw the segmentation on the models according to the work done progress. You can possibly obtain from site, specifically for the sum entity with the different completion. You can apply set association. You can set associated segmentation to adjust it. And lastly, after you're running to do the calculation, you can directly click the view quantity as per segmentation, or like this. We can select the segmentation zone and then click view quantity. In the view expression, it will allow us to check how each entity is calculated with that segmentation, and you can check it one by one that you want. And show like this one. It's the view expression, this one that I mentioned. Also check the formula of it. So for this one, I will just recap some key features in the and see the 3D visualize and accurate quantification expression. Number 2, customizable work done and see the percentage of it. Number 3, it's very convenient to track back the record on your models and auto-classify the quantity information. In Cubicost TRB, we also have this kind of the functions as well. We can also set the zone for calculating the quantity separately. For example, by these two zones in the blue line and the yellow line, you will get the quantity reports of these two zones as well and separately. That's for the TIS and TRB. So for now, Cubicost TMEC take off for mechanical and electrical. We have this kind of segmentation, but we will call the define regions function. We can set up a few different regions in the drawing area. And after setting up the zone, we are still able to adjust the boundary of this area by using the green point down. We can double click on this quantity in the BQ to do a quick cross checking as well, which bringing us to the drawing area where the quantity is located at. So all for the progress scheme that I mentioned in Cubicost TIS, TRB, and TME is a new feature function that I would like everyone have Cubicost now can try it. And last but not least, the new function for the version order stage is waiting us. For the VO or version orders, we might miss some problems or obstacles on the VO stage. For example, it was passed to many hands of staff, many documents we need to check and compare, and some confusion when we receive many version orders. The next section we will see together that how to handle the version orders through revision functions on Cubicost Task 4. The chain of drawing are hard to be found and located, especially when the drawings are intricate and the levels are not complete. Most of time, cost estimator still do the manual takeoff for the variation orders, which is the time consuming. It is troublesome to compare the quantity example quantity for additional item and off-mission items. By using revision function, every VO will be easy to manage as you see now. For like this, when the software helps us to compare the different drawing area, we can just like go to the models and delete some entity, and then just use the function like line or point function to create the new entity like slab and beam. And then after we click to calculate it, the software will bring us to go to the quality report. And when we open the quality report, the software will show us before revision quantity, after revision, and how much of the quantity that changed. Apart from that, when we click back or check back into the models, click some entity, it will also have some remark on it, like how many times that you already revised this quantity. So, apart from drawing comparison function, the software will help us to compare the old and the new drawing automatically and show us which parts have changed. Then you can go to the models and modify it directly. For the quantity report that you see in the video, you will get the quantity before and after revision. That's easy to find the different part and quick understanding. And how about the revision function on Cubicost TMEC? In TMEC, we will call addendum, and some logic is quite the same as TIS. If we got the VO, we can find, change quickly and precisely, amend the change directly, and can be used for the VO claim and also compare the construction and as-built drawing at the same time. Apart from the addendum function, the new function on Cubicost TMEC that we would like to present is a crash detection. It's very new and would like you guys to try. Now, we can import the TIS models for the construction model into the TMEC for the checking some crash detection between building and the MEP works. There are 3 types of available clash, including number 1, clash within a single thread. Number 2, clash with the multiple thread, for example, like to compare the cable tray and adducts. And the number 3, clash with the building element. After addendum drawing issue, we can rerun clash detection test again to detect any clash, prevent rework, and minimize the variation orders. We can also export all the clash detection report to the Excel file for further checking and open the clash view in the real model as you see in your right hand side now. Click on the PNG and we'll show the example drawing. An example picture. And for this one, you can imagine that if we would like to share the TIS models to our colleague or the outsider that they didn't have the Cubicost program before, how can they review our models and communicate with us for further discussion? Cubicost Cloud can help us to connect with your colleague for work, as it's more convenient and interactive. So, what happens after the models go into the Cubicost Cloud? For the first one, you can set the authorization on who can access this file and how many days they can open this file. For example, like 7 days, 15 days, and 30 days. Number 2, they can build the 3D BIM models under any web browser and also check the calculation of each entity and calculation expression. For the report, they can also click to see all the reports as well to recheck any quantity. And the last one, they can also give some comment on the models, and any alert will be and any comment will be alert into the person who shared this file to you. This function is very convenient when we need to present our project to our client, right? And for now, that's all the new function in 2023 on the Cubicost software in the progress came and version order stage. Before we are going to the next topic, I would like to summarize some work efficiency. This is a comparison between the traditional method and Cubicost method based on 100 projects. It can be seen that the use of Cubicost can greatly improve the work efficiency. It's a transformation of the digital solution to help us increase our work potential and time saving. You will see the result. It's very time saving, and you can see the result if we use if we use the manual way, it will take around 49 days to complete the project, but if we use the Cubicost Cloud, it takes around 20.5 days. And for this one, oh sorry everyone, right now my PPT is shared or not?
No, JB.
Okay, let me try again. Sorry for the inconvenience, let me try again. Okay, this is work, right?
Yeah, we can see it now.
Oh, okay, sure. So, as you see, Cubicost is not only cover the solution for the BIM quality takeoff only, but also include the BOQ process for the costing management as well. By using TRS, TRB, TME, that's the Glenn mentioned previously, we can get the accurate result that can track back. We can have the 5D models that already includes all the attributes and can share the models to the outsiders, including the linkings of Cubicost model to avoid any consistency any inconsistency. After you finish the quality takeoff, let's move to costing management in TPQ and e-tender that just mentioned previously. In this platform, making the BOQ it will not complicated and waste the time anymore. It helps us to easily evaluate and compare the topic price with professional report. The next part, Mr. Tilina, Executive Director from Tasker International, will share us the implementing 5D BIM on construction project. Please welcome Mr. Tilina.
Thank you very much, Jamie, for your kind introduction. I will share my screen.
Yeah, sure.
Then I will share some insights with regards to practical implementation of this Cubicost software. I hope you all can see my screen.
Yeah, you can see the screen.
My name is Tilina Vitarama. I'm the Executive Director of Tasker International Oman. Today, I will share some insights with regards to implementation of this Cubicost software in our construction projects. I will start with giving a small introduction to this Cubicost software. Then I will share some testimonials. Then I will discuss about the efficiency of this software. Then I will discuss a little bit about the return of the investment. Then I will discuss about the future of the industry. So as we all know, this Cubicost software comprises with 4 individual softwares: TAS for structural and architecture, TRB for reinforcement measurement, and TBQ as a cost management solution, and TME, the newborn baby of Cubicost family, new version of TME software for MEP measurement. So first I will discuss a little bit about some testimonials. Okay, as you can see, in first picture, so this is the Bailey investment project, a huge project in Sri Lanka. Okay, contained 4 towers and 25 stories. So I have involved as a quantity surveyor in this particular project. So all the reinforcement quantities has been extracted by using this TRB software. Initially, we have to create the structural and architectural model by using TAS software. Then we can directly import that particular model, this TRB software, then we can measure the reinforcement. So you can extract all the reinforcement quantities, then you can visualize the a 3D view for your reinforcement arrangement. Not only that, you can get all the bar schedules. Okay, so this is very important. Then you can prepare the BOQ by using those quantities. The next project is IIHS project. So this is a university project. You can see this is a really big complex design, and you can easily create a 3D model of this kind of building by using TAS software. Then you can extract all the quantities and you can prepare the cost report. Most importantly, so this model has been used to do the post-contract activities too. So if you know, by using segmentation function, as Jenny explained, you can prepare interim payment applications and the subcontractor valuation. So this is a practical example for segmentation function, this IIHS project. And this is a new project in Sri Lanka. So this is a steel structure building. So all the quantities has been taken off by using the Cubicost software. So if you have a steel structure building, you can easily quantify all the elements by using this Cubicost TAS software. So this is another practical example for practical implementation of Cubicost software. And then I will discuss a little bit about the efficiency of this Cubicost software. So why Cubicost? So this is very efficient. You can easily take off your quantities by using these Cubicost software packages. And this is very affordable comparing to the other cost estimation softwares available in the market. And you can get all the quantities very accurately by using this Cubicost software. Most importantly, you can get the 3D visualization of your building after you measure in the building. Okay, then you can revise and check your quantities with your model. So with that, you can confirm the accuracy of your quantities. Okay, so this is very important. So if you next I will discuss about the return of investment. Okay, so this is very important. There are many examples in Sri Lanka, even in Sri Lanka, companies like International Construction Consortium, companies like the Sunken Overseas. Okay, even they have expanded their businesses to another countries after implementing this Cubicost software. Okay, as I heard, ICC has expanded their business to Saudi Arabian region, and Sunken Overseas doing work in Seychelles and Maldives, and a lot of consultants have been adapted to this Cubicost software in Sri Lanka. Companies like XCOM, then VICM, RQS, CEM, CCMP, a lot of companies using this Cubicost in Sri Lanka. So with high technology, okay, with high technology, increase the chance to go for more business opportunities. Okay, so if you show these testimonies to your clients, okay, they will give you opportunity definitely. Okay, so basically some clients does not understand these 2D drawings. Okay, you can easily share this 3D model to them, then they will give you opportunity. Okay, then the time if track all the quantities with very short period of time by using this Cubicost software. Okay, so then there will be no delays. Okay, this is very important point. Then the cost efficiency. So if you can quantify all the quantities with short period of time, you can do multiple projects simultaneously. Okay, then you can enhance cost efficiency. This is also very important. Then the collaboration. As I mentioned earlier, so by using this Cubicost cloud platform, so you can work collaboratively. Okay, you can share your model with your stakeholders. So if you are a quantity survey, you can share your 3D model to your architect. Okay, then he or she can give comments on your model. Okay, so 3D markup concept has been introduced by this cloud company. So it is very, very important. Then expand the business globally. Okay, currently Sri Lanka having financial crisis. Okay, if you have been implemented this Cubicost software, you could expand your business globally. Okay, so this is very important point. Okay, so there will be a lot of opportunities in the Saudi Arabian region, even in Australia. Okay, you can easily expand your business after adapting to this newest technological advancement available in the world. So this is also very important point. And I would like to share another point. Okay, architects, they have separate the building information tools like Revit, ArchiCAD, then a lot of other building information modeling tool like Magicad. Then the engineers also having their separate building information modeling tools. Okay, so this Cubicost software is the only one BIM solution. Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Could you speak a little louder? You know, because some audience said the sound is low.
Okay. Yes, thank you very much for your comment, Mr. Frank. Yes, I was explaining about the importance of adopting this newest technology. Okay, so architects have their separate building information modeling softwares. Engineers also having their separate building information modeling softwares. And this Cubicost is the only one building information modeling software available for quantity surveys. So this is specially designed for quantity surveys. So you can, if you adapt to this technology, you can go for the future. Okay. So am I audible? Yeah. Can you hear me properly?
Yeah.
Now it's okay. Okay. Very good. Very good. Then finally, I would like to share one insight with you. Okay. So building information modeling market size projected to grow from USD 4.9 billion in 2019 to USD 8.9 billion by 2014. Okay, so this is very important point. Okay, initially 20-30 years back, we used physical drawings. Okay, then we extracted quantities physically and we used manual scales. Okay, now then we have adapted to AutoCAD plus Excel method. Okay, then there are some 2D measurement softwares. Okay, now this is the BIM era. Now industry is slowly and solidly moving to building information modeling from the traditional method. Okay, so you have to adapt to this technology, otherwise you can't survive. Okay, so this is one insight from me. Thank you very much for Mr. Frank to giving me the opportunity to speak to you all. Thank you very much. It's over to you, Jimmy. Okay.
Thank you, Tirina.
Yeah.
Thank you. Okay. Thank you, Telena, for excellent sharing in 5D BIM practice. So for the next part, I will share my screen again. Learning platform to help you to learn the Cubicost software by a lot of online course. And the second step, we'll have the training for you by our golden personal team to help you to have a deep understanding and to do the operation for our Cubicost software. And the final step, we also have the project setting, project support, and it means that you can send us your project and we will help you to do some project guidance and to support you if you have any problem or any questions when you use our software in your own project. And also we have a variety of services such as the training course and also guidance, and have some e-learning courses, and also we have the remote assistance that can help you to solve the questions. So if you are interested, don't hesitate to contact us directly, and we will start your 5D BIM journey with Cubicost by the demo appointment, training support, and hands-on trial. And also for Cubicost software, we know that you must be very interested in our software, so we will have the 5 BIM quantity serving trial class on April, and you will get the latest 5 BIM knowledge and skills, and 30 days trial license for TS Pro. And also after that, after you submit your project by using our TS software, and we will give you a 5D BIM certification. So you can scan this QR code and to choose the time slot, because we offer the 2 time slots for you. The first one is April 19, and you can check the time of different regions. And the second class will be the April 21. You can choose each classes according to your schedule. And just notice that we have the same content with these 2 trial class, and it's about the GIS software guidance is for architecture and structure. So you can choose each one, or you can attend all of the trial class. It will also okay. So here you can just scan the QR code, and also you can click the link in our chat box. It's also okay. So I just keep this page for a second, to let you know you can scan the QR code or click the link. And also for the trial class, after you sign up from this Google form, and we'll contact you and send you the email and just give you the trial license for 30 days. And on trial class, we'll help you to do the operation for the Cubicost software, and to let you have a deeper understanding about our software, and also do some operation and use it in your actual work scenes. Groden.com, and also you can send to my personal email. It's called declantalk at global.groden.com, and we will help you to solve if you have any questions or problems. We can also help you to solve that. And we also have some training support, and if you need any support for your questions or other project, and please don't hesitate to contact us.
Okay. In fact, we received a lot of questions in the QA panel and the chat box. We replied most of them. I take some common questions to share with some of you. The first one is, some people said, okay, I'm not a designer, why I make BIM modeling? In fact, I want to see the difference between design modeling and quantity surveying modeling. Designers, maybe they are using Revit, AutoCAD to prepare a design modeling, but that modeling cannot be used directly by a quantity surveyor, because the quantity from Revit or from AutoCAD is just a general idea. It's mainly for the volume, so don't consider the calculation rules. So that is not for the first purpose. But the Revit file can be directly imported into Cubicost. So after importing into Cubicost, after we apply the rules, after we calculate, after we adjust the overlappings, then that is the quantity surveying modeling. So that will be different. Also, someone asked about the Revit file, how we import the Revit file. Maybe we can show you quickly, 1 minute, how the Revit file go to our TS and the adjustment and get the quick calculation and report. Jade. Jade, maybe you can have a quick show about the Revit file.
Okay, sure. Can you see my screen now?
Yes.
Yeah, alright. So I'm going to show the other function of the software. Basically, this is another software, an upgraded version of TAS. It is called TIO. So it's called TIO. T stands for take off, I stands for intelligent, and O stands for one step, because we can already directly import the created Revit file into our software and generate the quantity afterwards. So in order to import the Revit model, just click here the import Revit file, and then search for the file that you want to import. Alright, so I have here this training file. So I'm just going to select that one, then click open. Then the software will automatically read this file. For example, the floor levels. Here in the Revit file, we have level 1 up to level 2. So this in the Cubicost, it will be imported in that way as well. So I'll just click next. And then as you can see, these are the element types in Revit. So before importing it directly, we have to make sure that the type or the element type in Revit is the same as in TAS or the takeover architecture and architecture software. So the material Revit is concrete and cast in place. So in TAS, it will be imported in concrete as well. So you have to check everything, and then once you have already checked everything, just click next, and then automatically the file will be imported in just one step. So just click OK. Right, import completed, and all the elements in Revit file will be now imported into the software as fast as that. So you can now make some calculations. So in order to calculate, just click calculate here. Just click calculate, and then one of the main feature of the software is it detects overlapping entities which cannot be detected using the Revit software. So here you can see that there are overlapping between the beams. So you can see here it overlaps with this small beam. So a good thing about the software is that we can use the auto process function so that it will automatically trim all the overlapping entities. So using this way, our model will be much correct, and the quantities that we will generate is much correct as well. So just calculate. And then after that, we can now generate report in the view quantity by category. So all the quantity for the concrete, the area of formwork will be now shown here in our TAS software. For all the elements, column, wall, beams, we have the total volume, total area of formwork, and slab as well. So this quantity can be linked, as I mentioned a while ago, to another software which is TBQ, Tender Series for Bill of Quantities, or this can be exported to Excel as well. So that is the overview about the Cubicost TIO.
Thanks, Dima.
Okay.
Okay, I think that's all for today. In fact, we still have a lot of questions. The audience, we really feel the passion. KKG, anything to say from your side? KKG, you mute yourself.
Thank you very much for this session. I think this is going to be a new era of BIM, and Glodon has got a greater part in playing that, promoting it. I can see a lot of young people in the Glodon company having the knowledge like a back of their hand, and with leadership under you, like Frank, and from the user's perspective, I would request to conduct this kind of webinar, regularly, once in 2 months and things like that. Maybe, this will really, you are really educating the world. It's more than the business. You are educating the young people to understand what is the real thing, and also you are helping and educating the countries. So it's really a very big job you are doing. A big salute to you and your team from all of us.
Thank you. Yeah. Okay, that's all.